All right, so we built out the interface. I just want to quickly test it. And what I'm going to do here is I think let's generate a new system test. So generate system test, and I'll just call it totals. And this might be a little overkill. I might be touching too much of the application, but I kind of just want to make sure it works. So let's go into the new test we generated. Close this out. I think I might actually need to include this integration helper here. So let's just do setup, and we'll do user, and we'll get the, I think we just want confirmed user. So we have confirmed user, because this person does not have any activities or any totals. And let's just do creating weekly mileage. So what we're gonna do here, and I realize this is a little duplicative, so I want to go in here, I want to copy this. I might actually make this a method too, so maybe even make this, because I should also say this is, even though this is like a test and this was generated, this is just a Ruby class, which is cool. So I might make a private method down here, and then just say create activity, because we're going to do this a few times. So visit new activity path, we'll just keep it to this where they're running 10 miles and it's going to be 6-minute miles. So we'll keep that there. So let's just do sign in user, and then we'll do create activity, and this will just run this method here. And then we can do, let's travel a week into the future. And this is from Rails, so travel to one.week. Not a week, let's just do, well, let's see here. So what I want to do is I want to add a few activities. The problem is if I ran this test on like a Sunday and I did one day from now, that would be Monday, which would be another week. So I'm trying to think about how I want to set this up. I think I can just do like time.zone.now equals time.zone.now dot beginning of week. So I think this will just, let me put this actually up here. That'll make it so if I ran this test on a Sunday, it'll just make it so where everything is actually happening on a Monday. Let's just do travel one.day from now, and then create the activity. And let's just do, I guess, visit totals path. Let's just take a screenshot to see if this is even working. So I'll clear that out. Let's do Rails t test system totals. All right, so we got a failure here. I think it's just with how I did this. Yeah, line 11. So time.zone.now at beginning of week. Undefined method now equals, oh, I think it's time.zone. Let's see if this works. Okay, so again, it has to do with this part right here. So I think, how do I do it in my application controller? Time.zone. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I'm setting the time zone to a date. I realize I'm kind of spending a lot of time working on this. Actually, what I really can just do is think I can just do this plus 1 day. Although that wouldn't. Oh, you know what I can do? Yeah, I can do sign in user, travel to time.zone.beginning of week. Okay. So this would be regardless of when I'm doing this test. So let's say I ran this test on a Sunday. This will set me to Monday, and then this will set me to Tuesday, I hope. Let's just give this a shot. Cool, this actually worked, and this is cool because it called this method, and our test is pretty clean. Let's just see what the screenshot is, because we didn't actually assert that anything was there. Awesome, so this is good. So the 24th through the 30th, so that's a full week. Oh, you know what, duration, we should probably format that. I'm kind of glad I wrote this test. So let's just quickly go in here. We don't need to do this screenshot anymore, so we can just say assert text. And let's just go into the partial for kind of what we want here. So let's just do this. Where'd my test go? So I want to assert that. And let's just say total equals user.totals.last. And then from here we can just do, then we get rid of this, just do total dot starting at should be able to do this, but I think we need to wrap this whole thing so it's interpolated. Did I do this right? Oh, I did not do this right. I have to do it a few times. There we go. So assert text, total dot, I think distance, but we can keep this. Oop. Let's just do total dot distance. And I think we also want this to be formatted. So instead of duration, let's go into, I know we're formatting it here. Format duration. Let's just do this. Where am I? Total test. So we want to do assert text, formatted duration. I think this is going to fail because we haven't actually done that yet. Right, that's how that works. Format durations. Let's go into the total. This should work. Actually, let's just do a quick take screenshot here. See, this would be, I like doing this take screenshot method approach because you're gonna have to like open up your browser and do these things anyways, and it's gonna take a little bit longer to do it manually, so you might as well spend a little more time up front writing the test, and then you can just throw a take screenshot in there to see what it actually looks like. And sometimes I do that when even if I'm not asserting anything, so I might just like, you know, the test will basically pass if the page loads, then you can take a screenshot just to make sure it looks the way you want it to look. Okay, so we're getting an undefined method, format duration, and that's happening on line 23. I wonder if that's just because, does the helper not have access to this? It may not, the helper may not have the test may not have access to this helper. Let's just get rid of this for a second. Cool, this passed. Let's just see what the screenshot has to say about it. Okay, so 0, 2. I might even just hard code that in there. So let's do, this probably isn't the best way to do it, but I know that this isn't going to change necessarily, so what did that screenshot say? 02, 20, 0. So 02, 20. And that makes sense because 1 hour, 10 minutes, I did it twice. So cool, so git status, git add, and finally git commit. So we'll say write system test for total UI, and I'll just say format duration. Cool, let's push that. Actually, before I push that up, let's just run the whole test suite because I think we're kind of done here with this particular part of the application. So all those pass. Let's just run the system tests. So Rails T test system. Awesome, so that's good. Git status, and let's just push these up. And okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna compare and pull. So let's just say build total UI. Kind of follow the same pattern we've been following before. And I'm gonna go in here, squash and merge these. Just kind of format this. And delete that branch. And this is a good place to leave off for now.